friends, how are you? I hope all are good. Today let me start SST chapter number 23, the judiciary, यानी कि हमारा जो है न्यायतंत्र, the courts of justice, न्याय की अदालत. We live in a society and the society consists of a variety of people. Although everyone likes to live in a peace, but still there are occasions when people quarrel or fight among themselves. ठीक है, हम चाहते हैं कि हम बड़े शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से अपना जीवन व्यतीत करें, लेकिन कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं, कुछ ऐसे झगड़े हैं जो लोगों में हो जाते हैं. When quarrels and fights take place, name of the parties involved the disputes willing to accept its fault, who is the wrongdoer can be decided only by some authority other than the parties into the dispute. Hence, the need for courts of justice. If there is any theft or murder, the police arrests those whom it considers to be the offenders, but punishment is given only by the courts of law. The police has to establish the offense against the arrested persons in the court. है ना? कोई ज्यादा झगड़ा करता है, परेशान करता है, कोई दिक्कत करता है, तो क्या होता है, पुलिस उसको अरेस्ट कर लेती है. ठीक है, उसके खिलाफ जो है कुछ सबूत भी इकट्ठे होते हैं. This separation of the function of executive, police and this judiciary ensure that a citizen will be penalized only after his guilt has been established by an impartial body. The parliament and the state assemblies are law-making bodies and their law affect the citizen. If a citizen feels that he law violates his fundamental rights guaranteed by the constitution, he can approach a high court or the Supreme Court. These courts can even nullify the law passed by the legislature if in their opinion it infringes the constitutional rights of the citizen. Civil and criminal case. There are two types of cases: those concerned with property, contact, damage to goods in transit, etc. are called civil cases. The other cases involving theft, robbery, rape and murder are said to be criminal case. ठीक है? The Supreme Court. It is the highest court in the country. All other courts in the country are subordinate to it. At present, the Supreme Court of India has Chief Justice and 25 other judges. Their number can be changed by an act of the Parliament. So the Supreme Court is located in New Delhi. Renowned lawyers and justice jurists are appointed judges of the Supreme Court by the President. The President of India appoints the Chief Justice of India. In the appointment of the other judges, President has to consult the Chief Justice of Supreme Court. Qualifications for appointment as a judge of Supreme Court. A judge of the Supreme Court must be citizen of India. He must have legal training and background. He must either be a judge of the High Court or an advocate of the High Court of not less than 10 years standing. The President has the power to appoint a person as a judge of the Supreme Court if he does not have any of the above mentioned qualification but is in the opinion of the President an eminent jurist. Service condition. Judges of the Supreme Court hold office till they attain the age of 65 years. Once appointed, they cannot be removed from office except through the constitutional procedure, which is very difficult to go through. The misbehavior has to be established by a resolution of the Parliament passed by a 2/3 majority of its members. Security of service is essential to give them the independence. They do not have to be afraid of the party in power of any individual, howsoever powerful. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court receives a handsome monthly salary. So the salary is revised from time to time. They are also given other allowances in addition to rent-free accommodation. They are also entitled pension after superannuation. Powers of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the guardian, protector and the defender of the Constitution. Okay, so it can hear both civil and criminal cases. It has fourfold jurisdictions. Original jurisdiction. The Supreme Court can hear some cases for the first time directly. If any individual feels that action by the individual or state violates his fundamental rights, so he can directly approach the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court also hears disputes involving any question of law or act between the union and the states, or the states among themselves. Appellate jurisdiction. The Supreme Court hears appeals against the decisions of the High Court. It is the final court of appeal. Advisory jurisdiction. The President of India can consult the Supreme Court in any matter of public importance for advice. So he may also refer any bill passed by the Parliament to the Supreme Court for advice. So the President, however, is not bound to the advice of the Supreme Court. Court of record. The judgments of the Supreme Court are quoted by lawyers while pleading case before other courts. The judgments of the Supreme Court are given a great weight and regarded as case law by the lower courts throughout the country. High Court. There are provisions in Constitution for a High Court in each state. There can be a common High Court for more than one state or union territories. Power of the High Courts. The High Court is the highest court of justice in state. It generally hears appeals against the decisions of the lower courts. Both civil and criminal appeals are heard at the High Court. Cases relating to fundamental rights can also be brought to the High Court directly. The High Court is empowered to supervise all other courts subordinate to it. The High Court also makes rules for the working of the subordinates. This is the Kolkata High Courts. Composition of a High Court. A High Court comprises a Chief Justice and some other judges. The number of the other judges depends on the size of the state and is determined by the President. The Chief Justice of the High Court and also the other judges are appointed by the President of India, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the Governor of the state, and in the case of judges, the Chief Justice of the state are consulted by the President in making these appointments. Service condition of High Court judges. Judges of the High Courts hold office till they attain the age of 62 years. They can be removed from office only in the manner applicable to judges of the Supreme Court. For being appointed as a judge of the High Court, a person must be a citizen of India and has held the office of the session judge for at least 10 years. Advocates of High Court with at least 10 years service are also eligible. The Chief Justice and other judges of the High Court receive a monthly salary. Besides other allowance, they also get free residential accommodation. Their salary and allowances are revised from time to time. Independence of the High Court. The judges of the High Court are expected to maintain a very high standard of impartiality. The citizens have high hope and faith in their judgments. है ना, इनके न्याय पर पूरा भरोसा करते हैं लोग. It is very important that issue relating to their transfer and promotions are dealt with in a manner that encourages them to discharge their duties without fear of favor. The subordinate courts. Every state is divided into districts. Generally, each district has a court called the district court. This is presides over by the district judge, who is also known as the sessions judge. Sessions judge appeal against the decision of the lower court in both civil and criminal matters. There are separate lower courts of hearing civil and criminal cases. The civil cases are usually decided by the sub-judges and munsifs. The criminal cases are decided by the magistrates. So there are three classes of magistrates: class 1, class 2 and class 3, and they have different power and functions in the village. Some disputes can be settled by the Nyaya Panchayats. So the appeal against the decisions of the subordinate courts can be made in the district court. So decisions of the district courts are heard by the High Court. These adalats provide for legal redressal if any citizen feels that his rights have been denied. There are law courts from the village panchayat to the Supreme Court of India. है ना? However, it takes a long time for cases to be decided by the courts. ये तो है, कोर्ट में जाने के बाद केस जो है सालों साल लटकता रहता है. Often the relief granted becomes useless due to the decision being delayed for many years. Unnecessary delay होता है वो. A person get killed in a rail accident. ठीक है, his family is entitled to compensation under the provisions of the law. So the payment should become available to the families of dead and survivors soon after the tragedy, but उन्हें बहुत जल्दी मुआवजा मिलना चाहिए इस चीज का अगर उनके घर का सदस्य हो गया है, बट दिस डज नॉट ऑलवेज हैपन। लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि एकदम उसको मदद है चाहिए तो उसको मुआवजा जल्दी मिल जाएगा। द डिपेंडेंट्स मे हैव टू वेट फॉर years गोइंग टू द कोर्ट्स फॉर गेटिंग देयर ड्यू, और इतना खर्चा तो उसका कोर्ट में जाने में लग जाएगा। द डिस्प्यूट्स इन कोर्ट्स लिंगर ऑन 4 years which cause bitterness as well as expenses to both parties. So Lok Adalat aim at cutting down delays and expense in the process of law. Both parties are brought together on a specified day. They are helped to reach an agreement which is within the provision of the law. So the law court gives assent to the agreement arrived at between the parties. In this way, the cases are decided only in one sitting. The idea of Lok Adalat is based on the age-old tradition of deciding disputes by the village elders. Justice Bhagwati, the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India, was a pioneer in establishing the Lok Adalats as they exist today. The Legal Aid and Advisory Board organizes Lok Adalats. Lok Adalat have been organized in different parts of the country since 1986. In the Lok Adalat settlements, there is neither a winner nor a loser. Both parties leave the Adalats reasonably happy. Maintenance of law and order. The maintenance of law and order is the most significant function of the police, which comes under administration. The collector or district magistrate, who is also designated as deputy commissioner. Okay, so maintain law and order with the assistance of the police, headed by the superintendent of police. The superintendent of police at the district headquarters is mostly an officer of the Indian Police Service. The district is divided into 5 or 6 circles under the charge of a circle. Each circle has up to 10 police station, यानी कि थाना. So each police station is headed by a police inspector or sub inspector. Sometimes for stations, houses officer, SHO. Under each थाना there are some police personnel. Important functions of the police. अब उनके क्या क्या काम होते हैं? Maintaining law and order, protecting life and property of the people, keeping a close watch on anti-social elements, protecting traffic jam and regulating traffic, stopping gambling dens and liquor selling by individuals or group, and investigating cases and producing any culprits in courts. Police structure in district. तो क्या स्ट्रक्चर है? एसपी, डीएसपी, इंस्पेक्टर, एसआई, एएसआई, हेड कांस्टेबल एंड कांस्टेबल। तो सबसे ऊंची पोस्ट होती है एसपी, आफ्टर द डीएसपी, इंस्पेक्टर, एसआई, एएसआई, हेड कांस्टेबल और कांस्टेबल। फर्स्ट इंफॉर्मेशन रिपोर्ट यानी कि एफआईआर, जो हम थाने में जाके लिखवाते हैं। मीनिंग ऑफ एफआईआर, एफआईआर इज अ रिटन डॉक्यूमेंट prepared by the police when it first receives information about a cognizable offense. So it is a complaint lodged with the police by the victim or by someone on his her behalf. Importance of FIR, it is a very crucial document as it puts the process of criminal justice in motion. After the FIR is registered at the police station, the police takes up investigation of the case. So the person who makes a complaint has the right to demand the information recorded by the police to be read to him or her. Directive of Supreme Court on FIR. The Supreme Court has directed that the police must register the complaint of the person who approached the police station for this purpose. So the complaint has the right to get a copy of the FIR written by the concerned police officer at the police station. So the police cannot refuse to register the complaint. On the basis of FIR, a person is arrested by the police. The concerned official should be a clear identification, name, tags with their designations. The friends, relatives of the arrested person must be informed as early as possible. The police must record the place of the arrest. The arrested person must be permitted to meet his lawyer. उसको जो है परमिशन होती है कि वो उसके वकील से मिल सके. Public prosecutor. The accountability for proving a criminal case in the court lies upon the state. So a prosecutor is a lawyer employed by the state to represent in a criminal case in the court. He acts on behalf of the state and it's expected to be impartial. So he must study the case thoroughly and present his views before the court as forcefully and honestly as he can. The prosecutor, as a legal expert representing the government and is responsible for presenting the case against an individual who is suspected of breaking the law. Role of the court and the police. The work of police is to investigate all cases lodged with it. It places the facts of the case in the courts as found by it in its investigation. After examining the records placed by the police and the reply of the accused. So court decides the case. The police has no power to decide what is wrong or right in the case. It is the court that decides what is wrong or right. So both the police and the court have different roles. पुलिस का रोल डिफरेंट है और कोर्ट का डिफरेंट है. So the police prosecutes, the court punishes. Consumer court are courts that decide cases related to consumer grievances against the sellers of different products. A consumer can file a case before a consumer court when he comes to know that the product sold by a manufacturer is not the standard quality or the service provided to him is deficient in any way. So the Consumer Protection Act 1986 is in operation according to the provision of the Act. So National Commission was set up in the year 1988. It is headed by a sitting or retired judge of the Supreme Court of India. Electricity. The provision of the Act covers product as well as services. The services are of the nature of telephones, electricity, transports, etc. So at present, there are around 600 district forum, 35 states, commissions with the apex body as the National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission, NCDRC. Its headquarters is in New Delhi. All topics are covered here, okay, in this chapter. I hope you all are very well understand it. We will meet you the next class. Thank you.